Hey, greatest running back in Eagles history. Saquon Barkley here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with everyone you know. My Eagles just finished destroying the Redskins live on national television. I am literally inevitable and unstoppable. We are guaranteed a win in Super Bowl 59, where the rest will call a fair game. Anyways, fly Eagles, fly.
The Philadelphia Eagles are going to Super Bowl 59 after destroying the Washington Redskins 55-23. Absolute annihilation, absolute destruction. And now the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, just like I said they would be 3 months ago. See, a lot of people were sitting there hoping and praying that the Commanders could do it, that Jalen Daniels could be the first rookie quarterback to make it to a Super Bowl. Yeah, those were all hopes and dreams, because the reality was the Washington Commanders and Jayden Daniels, the Redskins, were going up against the number one defense in the NFL. You were going up against the number one running back in the NFL and the number one offensive line in the NFL. This was absolute destruction, and even though it was close a little bit sometimes, let's be 1,000% honest, the game was never in doubt. Listen, Saquon Barkley is a special talent. He's going to go down in history. He's going to be in the Eagles Hall of Fame already. He might be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. The first carry of the game he has, touchdown. Then I think the second carry of the game he had, or third carry of the game he had, touchdown. Once again, this is the Philadelphia Eagles. This is why I picked them to go to the Super Bowl, even though people in my prediction videos were saying, oh, the grandstanding for his team is what got me, man. Like, all of that just to say his team was going to win. I was being realistic. Listen, yes, the Washington Redskins were able to throw touchdown after touchdown and run these great plays against the Lions defense that was all banged up. The Lions defense decided to prefer going to the hospital rather than being on the football field. That's why they were able to put up 45, I think it was, on them. You can do that against a banged up defense, but you're going to struggle against the best defense in the NFL. And I'm not going to lie, Jayden Daniels looked, once again, really good and poised. Jalen Daniels is a future MVP. Jalen Daniels is, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFC East right now. And he's probably going to be the best quarterback in the NFC after next year is finished. He might even start getting MVP votes next year. That's how good Jalen Daniels is. And no, bitch, he is not going to have the CJ Stroud sophomore slump. Jalen Daniels will not have the CJ Stroud sophomore slump. It is going to be Redskins-Eagles rivalry for the next 2 to 3 years in the NFC East, while the Cowboys and the Giants are the ones on the outside looking in, crying and bitching, complaining because their GMs aren't as good as Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman signed Zach Bond, who should probably win the Defensive Player of the Year, and Saquon Barkley, who may win MVP. I think it should go to Lamar, and I think the voters voted for Lamar, but I would not be that surprised if they give it to Saquon Barkley just to give it to a running back, so people stop saying it's just a quarterback award. And of course, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean are finalists for Rookie of the Year. I mean, this is just an absolute just stark difference from last season. Last season, we were calling 9 Ask Madden plays every freaking drive. No one could tackle anything. It was rookie offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. We had to put Matt Patricia in there. And it was just absolutely horrendous. But this year, we got Kellen Moore, who is a good OC. We got Vic Fangio, who's going to win the assistant coach of the year. And this is honestly the best Eagles team I have ever fucking seen. I have not seen a better Eagles team than this. The 2017 team that won the Super Bowl is not as good as this team. The 2022 team, nowhere as close as good as this team. This is the best Eagles team I have ever seen. Yeah, man. I think if you're a Commanders fan, a Redskins fan, honestly, like, you should not be worried. The fact you made it this far is really, really good. You got to laugh at the Cowboys yet again. Once again, I don't know how it could get worse for the Cowboys this season, but seeing the Commanders and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game, and you just hired Brian Schottenheimer, yeah, that's how it can get worse. Also, fun fact, I didn't know that if you continuously jump the line and commit neutral infractions at the goal line, the official can just award the other team points. That's a new one. I would not be surprised if that is present in the Chiefs game against the Buffalo Bills. For the Chiefs. A new dimension of cheating there. But that was interesting. Once again, the key stat in this game, and I think the biggest takeaway in this game, is the turnovers. The Eagles had 0 turnovers again. That's the key. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback when he does not turn over the ball. He was making plays left and right. He was throwing dots when he needed to. Like, that dot to A.J. Brown on the sideline on the 4th and 5 to convert to keep the drive alive was amazing. Once again, man, this team is built to win a Super Bowl. This team has been built to win a Super Bowl. And this is the reason why I picked them to win the Super Bowl. Like, the Lions defense is banged up. We were going to beat them. Listen, if we had to travel to Ford Field, we would have beaten them in Ford Field because their defense is banged up. But the NFC Championship game was at home, so you get this. Also, Redskins fans, once again, just decided to dress up the Rocky statue in Redskins gear, and yeah, this is what you got, an absolute blowout. We took a shit all over your team. Going forward, do I think the Washington Commanders can make it back to the NFC Championship game? Yeah. I think they're going to be big spenders in the offseason. I think they're going to bring in more receiving help, better offensive line, and they're going to beef up that defense. And I think we're going to be looking at a team that's going to be very, very scary because Jayden Daniels composed the entire time. Wasn't worried. You saw Jayden Daniels just stoic on the sideline. You didn't see none of these Patrick Mahomes faces, these Lamar Jackson faces, these Josh Allen faces of disappointment or anything or whatever. You didn't see him throw a helmet. Like, he was just composed the entire time. And that dude is going to win an MVP, and he might win a Super Bowl very, very soon. I think the Commanders will win the division next year, but that's next year. Let's talk about now. The Eagles win, booked their ticket to Super Bowl 59 like I said they would, and now they await the winner of Bills-Chiefs. This is getting recorded before Bills-Chiefs concludes. I'm picking the Chiefs. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's the Chiefs, we get our revenge for 2 years ago. We stop a 3-peat. America loves us because they'll be forced this year for us. If it's the Bills would now then have 5 Super Bowl losses in 5 appearances, all against the NFC East. And they could be the only team in NFL history to lose the Super Bowl to every team in a division. That will be fucking hilarious. It doesn't matter. Flags fly. We will destroy whoever the fuck we have to play in the Super Bowl and guarantee yourselves a Lombardi.